Hello, welcome back to the channel. So today I'm going to do part, I think it's 7 now, on my colouring book collection. I am going to put in the sort of thumbnail as well, but I'm going to do all, I've moved on to the shelf now that's got different square books, and I'm going to start with all the horror themed ones. So like Alan Roberts' Beauty of Horror series and the Mythagoria books I haven't shown yet. So if you don't like horror images, then you can skip this one. There's still horror books to come, but they're in different places, but I will obviously just let you know if it comes up to that and that's not your kind of thing, which is fine, everyone's different. So we'll get started. So first one I've got is a horror glow in the dark colouring book by Juan and Santiago Calais, and I have done a flip through of this to show the glow in the dark thing. I'm not going to try and do it now because I did it in like pitch black and then turn the light on to like charge it basically, but I just move Ghosty out of the way. So it's got, I don't know if you can see, but there's like rough bits on some of the pages where it's sort of a yellowy, where it's sort of catching the light. That's the glow in the dark. I haven't coloured in this yet, but I don't think you can colour over it, so you can only colour the non-glow in the dark bits. That it makes for an interesting effect. The pages are perforated, and this is just the introduction pages, which you can also colour. There's colourable. It is double-sided, and you can feel the glow in the dark stuff through the other, like this for example. This side has glow in the dark. You can feel it through the pages that don't have it, so I don't know how well that would, whether it would make the colouring experience a bit different. I'm not sure, but I haven't tried yet. It might be a little bit bumpy, but the images, because of the perforation, the images only go up to the perforation line, so there's no trying to get into the spine, which is good. So some are more detailed than others, some are more creepier than others. But yeah, I do have a flip through of this. I still need to do something in this. This is cool. Weird spiders. Okay. But anyway, it's a good. The paper's not really thick, but it's, well, that's 2 pages. But it feels good quality. So I like this one as well. Yeah, I still need to get to this, but that's going to be one of my aims for this year. Try and colour in more images, like colour in more books I've not touched yet. Ew. That's one thing I don't like, spiders. So yeah, so that is that one. It's the glow in the dark horror book. Then there's the Mythagoria books, so that I haven't shown. I have already shown a couple, like 4 of them I think. Like, so this is Ventral Forest by Shelley Carroll. I'm not sure, Shelley. It might even be pronounced Shelley, just with a CH instead of an SH. So sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. At first I was a bit unsure about this one, but I've decided I'm gonna just collect the Mythagoria ones, but I'll be more selective with the mythographic ones, as some of the subject, like some of the stuff in the mythographic ones I'm not always overly keen on. I mean, there's only so many animals I can colour. The horror ones interest me more than those, but I do have quite a collection of the mythographic, but I think I'm going to stick to certain artists for those ones. But so this one is same quality as all the others, but I think the Mythogoria books have got slightly thinner paper than the mythographic ones, but they're like structured the same in that all the images are framed and there's a border. And this one's more kind of nature themed, so there's a lot of like trees and plants and different sort of animals, whether imagined or just on the creepy side of animals. This one's a cool kind of Red Riding Hood type image. This owl, I think, but there's a sort of plants merging with it. Yeah. Again, if you want any kind of flip through of any of these, please let me know. So that is Vengeful Forest. Then got Gory can't speak. Mythogoria Gory Underworld by Alessandro Valdrighi. Sorry, I'm terrible with pronunciations. This was one of the first ones that came out. I have not coloured in this yet. I do like looking through them though, but the images in these are there's quite a lot of fine details. I always like sort of Dia de los Muertos type images. Some are more detailed than others in these ones. Yeah, kind of a mix of different stuff, as sort of zombies or just scenes, clowns, creepy girls and dolls. That one's quite effective. That's quite simple actually, but it's quite effective at the same time. You've got Frankenstein's monster there. So that's that one. Then we've got Frozen Nightmares by Fabiana Attanasio. And this wasn't the first one she did. I think the first one she had was Night Terrors. And when they first started releasing these and Fabiana was one of the artists, I was quite intrigued to see what she'd do. So all we've ever seen is sort of cutesy fairy tale images. So it was quite interesting, and obviously we saw a wider range of her work in the mythographic books, but that's still sort of like pretty, like flowers and stuff, animals. So it's quite cool to see her do some horror type artwork. Again, I haven't coloured in this. I think I'm partly intimidated by the detail, but I just need to start. I think I might approach these similarly to how I'm trying to do with sort of Kirby Roseanne's work, is that I sort of do a base with like watercolour pencil first and then add details after, so it's not as overwhelming. This creepy snowman. Yeah, he's really cool. Okay, that's that one. Then I've got Mythogoria Darkest Desires, and this is another Fabiana one. In fact, the next one is as well. This one's a slightly thicker one actually. I really like this one. They kind of remind me of Dementors from Harry Potter. Like this one. And this one. There's so many pages I like, I just haven't I don't know. I think like with stuff like this, I'm kind of intimidated because I want to do sort of like light effects or something with these like floaty candles. But I'm not quite sure how to execute it, so I don't. But I just need to pick one of the like less detailed pages and start. Like that one. So that's that one. And then the last Mythagoria I have to show you that I haven't already is Night Terrors, which was the first one that Fabiana did. And this one I do have a whip in. Somewhere. I will find it in a minute. I'll just do a general sort of show of the pictures first. I think the one I started is at the back somewhere. It's like yeah. Started this one, the sort of like creepy kind of forest with like eyes. And this is well, the trees I've based with Albrecht Dürer watercolor pencils, I think. But the background is polychromos. I don't know. I was trying to do a sort of maybe almost like apocalypse type kind of sky, but I don't really know. Sort of this weird orange browny colour. And this is very nice contrast. Rainbow tape. But I had to do that because the perforation, I think it's a common issue with the mythographic and Mythagoria books, is that the perforations come away quite easily when you're colouring. And that bottom edge kind of started to come away, so that's why I've just put tape, and the only tape I had available was rainbow tapes. So rainbow with horror. But I do want to, actually I might leave this out to try and get it done, because I do want to get it finished, and then I can at least say I've started one of the Mythagoria books. So that's that way. Put that in pile it there. Okay, and now is the Beauty of Horror series. So I'll start with these two, with the smaller ones, the seasonal ones. He had, I think it was the end of last year, he released one in the big size format, which was called Haunted Holidays, which was the Halloween and the Christmas one in one book, but in the bigger size. And I think, even though I have these two, I am still going to get that one at some point, because it would be nice to just have the images again, but also in a bigger size, because some of these images, there are quite fine details in some of them. So it would be quite nice to have the bigger one to kind of get in the spaces a bit easier, and also have a bigger space to do different effects and stuff. So yeah, so this is the Beauty of Horror Tricks and Treats, and this is the Halloween one. These little ones are perforated, and I believe the images do go up to, I'm trying to find, like, yeah, none of the images go past the perforation either. So that's quite handy, and each page has this on the back, so they're technically single-sided, but yeah. I just find with this size, you will sometimes use fine liners to do the more intricate bits, so I think having the bigger size one would be good to have, so I can do more with pencils. So I like using pencils more than pens, but I will use pens. This was the one page I didn't like, because I don't like spiders, especially big ones like these. But I decided to colour this page, so it was just done. But I believe, yeah, I just used all like alcohol markers. I think this black background, but it's her hair actually, not background, I just did with like a black Tombow marker, I think. And I did very basic colouring. I didn't really do any shading. Yeah, I just did very basic. There's very light shading on like her face and stuff around the edges, and then I just outlined the spider with a glitter, like brown, like a bronzy glitter gel pen. But yeah, I did that. That picture's done. It's just my least favorite. I have seen someone, there's someone in the Beauty of Horror Facebook group. They like changed the spider into something else, but I don't have the. I don't mind colouring them, but it takes them. This took a lot of courage to do. So that's that one. I really like this Headless Horseman one. I've seen one, a coloured version of this, that I think Alan Roberts shared on his Instagram, and it was really cool. It was all like blue colours and stuff. I also done this one. Bits or smudges. I believe, yeah, I based the like blood out like frame, that's the word I'm looking for, with alcohol marker, and then this is probably the Tombow marker again. I think the yellow was a watercolour pencil, because I wasn't quite sure what to do with this circle, and around the edge there was like sort of lines, but I've gone over it with like a white gel pen. I don't know if I was thinking kind of like moon type thing or something, and then I used polychromos for the rest of it, but I really like how it came out, and there's some silver gel pen on the dress and then white in the little highlight bits. But I would really like to colour this one again in the bigger size, so that would be fun. And there is another one I've done. I did this one. This is just all pens. I can't remember what pens, but it was a variety of different like fine liners and things like that. Don't think there was, no, it was all water-based markers, but I think I just wanted to colour something, but I didn't really want to do any kind of shading. I think the sort of like skin type colours was from like a manga pen set, like a brush pen set. And then I just got some, I don't think there's any gel pen. No, there's no gel pen. Just all pen, like fine liner pens. And then I used red acrylic paint and kind of just splodged it on for like blood splatter effect. I quit because I didn't really know what to do with the background, but I like how it came out. And I think that's all I've done in here. It's just ones I've marked to colour at some point. I really like this one. It kind of reminds me of the what's it called? The Scream, the artwork. But I quite like it. He looks like he's singing or something. But I'll keep that marked because I want to colour that. Then you have like some kind of like fun little background or something. So, but yeah, so that's that one. And then there's the Christmas one, Ghosts of Christmas. I've not coloured any like finished pages in here. I did start one, I think, but I've literally just started outlining with like fine liners, but I didn't get it done, but I'll get it finished. But again, like with the other one, there's quite a few little details that just you can't get into with pencil. So you need pens. So I will get the big size book with all of them in as well at some point. I also want to get the tarot one as well in the book form, because I do, well actually I'll show those as well. I got the colour, the tarot cards that he released as well. So yeah, so that's the Christmas one. The tarot cards kind of sat on the side. So this is the Beauty of Horror tarot colouring set. So I think he did release a set that was already coloured, and then this one is all the individual cards. I won't go through them all because there's like 80 or something. But it's the whole kind of thing. Remember? Yeah, but it's like the major arcana and the minor arcana, so it's like the whole set. But I coloured this one, which is the Fool card, and this was all with Albrecht Dürer pens, and then I've used a little bit of silver on the buckles on his bag. But I'm probably going to use watercolour pencils for all of them, and then all the backs got this on. But it's like shiny, so you can't really colour it, but I don't mind that. There's enough detail in the actual cards to do. I'll show you a few of them. I do want to eventually colour all of them, just when I want like a mini project, where it'll be like a mini project to work on myself in my own time. Yes. I mean, they're cool just without having colour, but I like the option to colour it. And the front of them sort of textured, so I like the watercolour effect of it, so I'll just keep doing that with them, keep it consistent. Okay. And then it comes with a book that kind of explains the different cards to you with his coloured versions in, so you can always use those for inspiration as well. But he did release a book that's got, I think it's got it's not the same size as the standard Beauty of Horror books, but it's got like the card, and then I think they're on the other side, there's sort of the explanation of each card, so that would be cool to have. So yeah, anyway, and in a larger format as well. So now onto the books. This is the first one. I haven't coloured anything in this. I was a bit of a late comer to the Beauty of Horror books, because I didn't get them until the 4th one came out. And then so one page I don't know if I'll ever be able to colour. Cool spiders. I do have the idea I might just do like rainbow spiders or something, so it's not like, I don't know, one day maybe. But I'm thinking I might but yeah, I basically got the 4th one, and because I have a thing, it's almost an OCD thing, I need like whole collections of things. I was like, well, I need to get the other 3 now and the 2 holiday ones. So yeah, and since then I've just got them as they've released. So I need the big size holiday one and the tarot one. I would say this one's not exactly my favourite. I like the ones where they sort of start having sort of themes, but it is still, well, I say nice book. It's not going to be everyone's cup of tea, but I like the Scarecrow one. I like this one as well. I need to colour more in these But again, I think it's just I'm scared of ruining them. But they're like undead creatures, I guess. There's no particular colour scheme. Then this is Beauty of Horror 2, Guliana's Creepatorium. And I like the style of the covers as well, with the like red metallics. This one I've got, oh my goodness. My book. Oh god. Okay, I have a casualty. Okay, I'm gonna have to colour that and then stick it. Okay, I coloured this and did this for a stonework tutorial. Sorry, that's made me really sad. With a watercolour pencil. And I did a video, I believe, but it's like a silent tutorial with like I broke things down and kind of placed it down while I was using it and stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna have to sort that. I have had this a while, but I know some people have said that their books have started falling apart, but I thought mine were okay. But I have to colour the rest of the stones in that area, and but yeah, anyway. There's more Guliana in this one. So I like this one, the potion bottles. And it's quite detailed, but another spider. Yeah, so that's that one. Then there's the third one, which is Haunted Playgrounds. I believe I have a whip in here. I'm gonna have to be really careful. It's broke there as well. No, I'm so gentle. It's one of these front ones, I think. This is all like fun fair themed. Yeah, I coloured, well, I haven't even finished Guliana. I couldn't decide what colour to give her hair, I think. I just kind of left. But I need to finish it. But yeah, I really like this one with the like fun fair theme. And, like circusy kind of stuff. I like this page. Yeah, so that's that one. And then is my favourite one, which is the creature feature, which is based on more, it's like Guliana throughout the movies, and loving horror movies. I had to get this one, and so from then I needed the rest. So I haven't coloured as much as I'd like to in here, but I do have one finished page and 2 whips. But it's a really fun book. So, oh, I forgot I had that one. Okay, I have 2 finished pages then. So I did the Carrie one, and I believe this was a buddy colour with my friend Jane from Coloured with Love, and I used watercolour pencils for the background and polychromos to colour everything else. And the writing I did in I think it was one of the handmade watercolours, whether it was Renaissance or Art Spirits, I'm not sure, but it's shiny. And I outlined the stars with white, but some of the red watercolor pencil kind of merged in, but I kind of like the effect it gives. But yeah, I really like how she came out, and I tried to put sort of red in the hair to kind of give the, because it's sort of after she's had blood dumped on her, so try to give the effect they'd like seeing to her hair. Yeah, I really like doing that way. See. Okay, this is a really fun book if you like horror movies. There's so many pages in here I want to do, but I want to like do them justice. I did the Grudge one. I did a tutorial on the well. I think, yeah, I think I did that. Because I think hang on. I think the other one was with pencil, and then this was all watercolor pencil. But I think there's 2 stone tutorials on my channel. I believe I made a playlist of tutorials, so yeah. So I did watercolor pencil for the background and the well. And then I used polychromo to add like moss effect, and then to color her. I'm trying to adapt her to the character she is portraying. This is just funny. Poor Dory and Marlin, and poor Woody, but it's funny. But yeah. I really love the saw pages. I want to do this one. Oh wow, that's ripped as well. Okay. This is the whip. One of the whips I have. This is the Stranger Things one. This was also, well, I started colouring it, and then because I know she likes Stranger Things as well, I sent a picture to Jane and said, would you like to do this as a buddy colour? And she finished hers really quickly. And I still haven't finished it yet. I just literally have the characters to do, and probably some shading on the grass and the leaves, and then I'm done. So I might even leave this out to try and get that done, because I want to make the Stranger Things characters at the very least colour accurate with like hair colours and stuff and their outfits. And then I'll make Giuliano to sort of, I don't know, match somehow. And then the other whip I have is the Pennywise one. But yeah, this is all watercolor pencil. There's the Albrecht Dürer, and I probably based the Boolean with Albrecht Dürer, but then I've done polychromos for the rest. And then this is a red Posca pen for the writing. So I just need to colour Giuliana and her little pet dog and Pennywise, and maybe add a bit of shading to the boat. So yeah, but I really like this book, so I will also leave that one on. Then the other one, the next one even, is Beauty of Horror 5, Haunt of Fame, and this is all it's all famous people that are no longer with us, that Alan has immortalized as in his art style. The sort of bands and singers and actresses and various people from, I don't know all of them, but I did go, I think I did make a list. I would have written it down somewhere. See, like, he did this with the, I think it would have helped if he'd sort of, well, it's not even all the pages, is it? I think because with the art one, which is the next one, he did put a list in the back what pages were what paintings, like based off what paintings. I think it would have been helpful to have that, but I think I figured this out with that. I think I figured out some of them, and then Colour with Claire did a video where she did it as well. I can't remember. Somehow it was figured out. So yeah, I don't know all of them. The Freddie Mercury one's pretty cool. I never thought that Oompa Loompas could be even scarier than they were in the film. The original Oompa Loompas freaked me out. But when they've got Guliana's face, they're even more freaky. I do have a whip in here, which is this one of Lemmy from Motorhead. And this is just, I think it's black Tombow marker. I've literally just done the background basically and then stopped and did the outlines around things. But I want, because my brother Rob loved Motorhead and he loved Lemmy, so it's one of his favourite bands, so I wanted to do this as a sort of tribute to him as well. But I think I got stuck because I wanted to, because there's like ice and then obviously this I want to make the ice and the drink look relatively realistic, and I wasn't quite sure how to do that yet, but I will get to that. Yeah. I love this one, so cool. There's the what's one of my favorite pages. Actually, I want to keep this out because in our horror group, mine and Jane's group, we got a gothic horror theme running, and I want to do the Edgar Allan Poe page for that. Well, double spread. Okay, I'll leave that out actually and mark it because I want to do that for that. But yeah, I really love this page. I'm not quite sure how to tackle, whether to do it all sort of blacks and greys and then have the heart like red and have little bits of colour or what yet, but yeah. So that's that one. And then the final one is Famous Monster Pieces number 6, and so this is all based off paintings and sculptures. But yeah, at the back he's got what page is what, so I think that would have helped in the famous people one, and maybe even the movie one for people that didn't know the movies. I mean, I think there was like maybe a couple of the movie ones I didn't know. So yeah, I've not done anything yet, but I really want to do something. But I like that he sort of put little twists in it of like having Ghostface in Scream or The Scream. It's quite funny. And then I think that this is the They Live film. I've seen part of it, but not all of it. So it's kind of made this to do with it. So I think a whole load of different. I kind of want him to do like Creature Feature Part 2, because there's so many other horror films he could do, or just general other films that he could sort of horrify. If that's a way of describing what Alan Robert does very well. This idea is very creepy. that the Easter Island had have bodies hiding underneath the ground. And this is Frankenstein inspired. And this is based off John Wayne Gacy. But yeah, I like his imagination. So yeah, I need to do something in that one as well. So that is the final horror book for now, at least in this format. I mean, I guess technically my Buffy ones come under horror as well, but they're not as gory as these, so they'll be in another video. So yeah, next will be my mythographic books, I think. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.